Hello everyone, Chris Campbell here in the clock shop tonight with a vintage tool. This is a Boral Crown Gauge multi-tool. This is a Swiss-made tool. These are vintage. These are from about 1945. They made them to about 1959. You can still buy these on eBay. They're pretty pricey. I've seen them from $75 to $85 on eBay. But this is a must-have if you do any type of watch repair. And I'm going to show you how to use it. It's a multi-tool. So, first and foremost, let's say you have a watch that is missing the band pin, and you need to know exactly what size the pillars are of the band. So on the side here, you have different increments for the band. So what you would do is take your watch and place it up against it to see which one is the tightest fitting. Once you have that number, these are in inches, by the way, here on the side, then you can go to your manual and find the right size pin. Now, let's say you need a new crown, and you do not know what size crown. So we'll start with one of these that has not got a stem. So I'm going to pull one out. I'm going to place it face down. And what you're going to do is use this bottom set to see which opening is the crown diameter. Now these are in millimeters. So you would place it over which one you think is the biggest. And that one's got a lot of play, so that's not it. That one's got play. That one's got a little bit of play. Same with that one. So now we'll move up to the top line. And that one still has a little bit of play. That one not so much. And that one is too small. So we'll go back to this one. So this would be the correct crown size, which is a 4.6 millimeter. Now let's say you had a crown with a stem piece and you do not know the size of the thread. So what we're going to do is turn it over, and we're going to use the top piece here for the crown tap size. And so we'll start at this end. That one is too big. Still too big. That one's actually way too loose. That one may work. Let's see if we can get it to thread. And these are tiny pieces that you're working with, so you have to be extremely careful not to over thread or strip the threads. Nope, that one does not want to seem to work, so we'll go to the next one. Aha, so this one is threading on with no problem. So, in this case, this is a 10 tap size crown. So you would unthread it, and now you know the tap size for that crown. Now let's say you have the stem, and you need to know the tap size for the stem. So let's see, we'll just go with this one here. Okay. So this is the threaded side. So we'll start with the biggest, and that one, if you can see, it goes through with no resistance. Same with this one. Same with this one. This one is tight, so we'll thread it in, see if it threads. And it does. So this threads perfectly. So this would be a tap 9 thread for your stem. So we will unthread it. So that would tell you that you would need a 9 size crown. So that just gives you a little insider on how to use this particular tool. Now if you had a tube, and I don't currently have one in front of me, but if you had one for a pocket watch, then you would use this line for the tube opening in millimeters. So again, you have your tap threads here at the top, and then you have your openings here for the crown part of the tube. It's the same setup. But if you're into watch making, watch repair, this is definitely a must-have tool to have in your arsenal of tools for watch repair. This bottom piece in millimeters is basically a small little tape measure, and you can measure crown sizes, and you can also measure the movement size of your watch that you're working on. So for instance, here we have a watch movement that we're working on. So if we were wanting to see what the millimeter was, we would put it at the beginning and make sure that we're dead center. So this is about a 31 to 32 millimeter movement. And you could also use that measurements to measure the watch hands if you're reordering or making watch hands, and also the bezel for the watch if you need it. But yes, this is a multiple tool that I use all the time for watch repair. It's something that I'm using at least 4 or 5 times a day, and it has come in quite handy. So I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. If you have any questions or anything, feel free to hit me up on Facebook or like and subscribe my YouTube channel. Have a wonderful evening.